Where we have been different is with our consistent quality, ethics in business, the loyalty of the customers today that we owe it to them is solely because of these two traits that we have always adhered. The Devi Award was very special because anything coming from my place, from Karnataka, has a very special place in my heart. When you really work towards something and your vision and mission is clear, you never give up.
On today's episode of the Expressions podcast, we meet a woman who turned resilience into enterprise and enterprise into impact. A first-generation entrepreneur, a champion of rural India, and the force behind one of the country's most trusted natural food brands, Nectar Fresh. From rebuilding her life to uplifting thousands of tribal farmers and women through meaningful livelihoods, her journey is a powerful reminder that courage can change communities. This is the story of Chayaa Nanjappa Rajappa.
Hi, welcome to Expressions. I'm Neha. Today I'm joined by Chayaa Nanjappa Rajappa. Very interesting story and very interesting journey. Let's get to here and let's dive into it immediately. Hi Chayaa, thank you for coming. I just want to start by asking, the name Nectar Fresh could have been changed when you expanded into jams, sauces, vinegar, spices. Was it simply too strong a brand to change, or were there any other reasons?
When I started the brand, Neha, it was about trust, purity,
Yeah.
health and wellness. So the brand became synonymous with honey. And then there happened a very deep connect, emotional one,
Yeah.
with our customers. And I also felt later, in fact, nectar means it's actually nature's pure form of offering.
Yes.
So I thought, let me retain it for all my other products, because the entire basket of Nectar Fresh products, 35 plus,
Wow.
all of them today are associated with
the
the
brand.
same aspect that we have started a journey with.
Nice. Would you like to talk more about these products and how you came up with how you think of them and evolve? And
What happened is, Neha, once I sort of succeeded in honey, I thought the transformation that we happen to notice around, we should also do it with other products. So then I noticed there were a lot of small farmers who were burdened with loans. And when they met me, they used to say, "Can you please be of support to us?" That is when I thought of jams without preservative, color, or flavor. And that is how I started Nectar Fresh's journey with jams.
okay.
Currently, with jams itself, our production capacity has gone more than 10,000 tons a month.
That's huge.
So similarly, we thought of to support as an additional source of income to small farmers. And chia was just then in the market,
Okay.
grown by small farmers.
Yeah.
So we became one of the first people to launch chia, and today we are a major vendors for superfoods, supporting large number of farmers from across the country.
That's wonderful. And I read that you personally spend time with them also, which is incredible. So, what do you love most about running your business?
It is about creating an impact. Success could be here today, but the empowerment and the impact you create, it's forever.
Yeah.
So that has given me that enormous satisfaction.
I'm sure. Any special secrets that make your product so good, or what makes it stand out from the competition?
Where we have been different is with our consistent quality, ethics in business, and the loyalty of the customers today that we owe it to them is solely because of these two traits that we have always adhered.
Amazing. So you also did a course at the Central Bee and Research Training Institute in Pune, and you're also a part of the National Bee Board of India. So I was just curious to know a few things about bees and how it goes. Firstly, what are the pros and cons of keeping bees, and did you ever get stung or something?
Oh, that's a natural process, and bee venom is also is good with its limitations.
Is it?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it is. And in fact, about the bees, I think today's survival of the entire ecosystem to every aspect, I think we owe it to the bees. Bees are so very important in all aspects, be it as the pollinators today for the higher yield of the crops, the fruits, the nuts, we owe it to the bees.
Yeah, it's entire ecosystem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
entire ecosystem. And in fact, local bee population, they play such a vital and important role in native plants, the local native plants, or be it the wild flowers. So indirectly, it has helped in numerous ways, in fact, the insects, the birds, to every aspect.
Yeah.
Like you said, the entire ecosystem is taken care. That's why the highest level of importance has to be given to how bees have to be taken care.
Yeah, absolutely. And do bees ever get harmed in the apiary? What would be an ethical practice to follow while keeping or looking after the bees?
We have to be a bit careful about smoking.
Okay.
We have to see to it it's not in excess.
Okay.
And then we should always be very careful when it comes to chemical treatments.
Okay.
So we have to tread very carefully in that. And also, while harvesting honey, we should always see to it is harvested at the right time.
Okay.
Because one of the primary food is the bees require is also honey. And then the hive space, it should not be, bees should not be stressed. It should be properly managed.
Okay.
Yes, these are the things we need to look at.
I didn't know bees get stressed too. It's so natural. As environmentally conscious consumers, is there anything we should keep in mind while buying honey? What are your tips?
You should be aware of the sourcing aspect.
Okay.
Because ethical sourcing is so important.
Yeah, absolutely.
And another important factor I feel one has to look into is that the impact these packers would create. Are they direct buyers from the tribal communities or from the beekeepers? That's so important to know. And then you should also be aware. I personally feel if packer of honey, if he is exporting or if his clients are those who give importance to process audit or social ethical audit, these are the companies you could rely on quality standards.
Nice. And is there a difference in taste of honey from plant to plant, bee species, from the start of the season to the end of the season? Could you give us more?
Absolutely.
Okay.
There's a difference in taste, in color, in aroma. It naturally has to differ.
What is your favorite?
My favorite one is the coriander honey. Yes, we source all our unifloral honey. It's all natural, sourced directly from that particular flora by the bees. So we are connected to beekeepers across the country, and we have around 34, 35, sometimes 34 to 35 varieties of unifloral honey. So we are one of the major vendors for event management companies on this unifloral honey.
That's amazing. That's something which is not I didn't do.
Yeah.
Aside from producing honey and pollinating crops, do honeybees provide any other benefits to humans, according to you?
They have a lot of byproducts. See, as it is, without bees, I don't think we could all survive, because as pollinators, their role is so crucial, so helpful for our biodiversity,
Absolutely.
to every aspect of our life today. And some of the products, like not merely honey, we speak only of honey, the beeswax, then you have the pollen, then the royal jelly, and many more, and the bee venom, and these are all with benefits. So there are multiple other byproducts of bees.
So you have honey every day?
Yes, I do.
And what is the best way to have? I mean, if some people say you should mix it with warm water. Some people, what do you feel since you're an experienced?
Yeah, I actually have my honey with a cup of warm water in the morning, first thing in the morning, with a teaspoon of Nectar Fresh apple cider mother vinegar.
Wow. You mentioned that you started your journey during a very tough phase of your life. Would you be comfortable sharing what happened and how you found the strength to build yourself?
In fact, at that particular phase, many gave up on me. They thought I would not survive the emotional trauma that I would have gone through, and maybe I would just while away my time doing nothing. But then I had decided that as a only child of my parents, I need to achieve something that would make them feel really proud about. And I should also somewhere be of help to society. It was not about me, it was about what I could do to society and bring in a transformation. I think these thoughts came to me because both my parents, they were teachers in rural schools. My mother was a headmistress in a village called Nalkeri, and my father was a headmaster at a school called Bomad. And in spite of being coffee planters, they were very dedicated teachers. And my mother was the first lady to register for body donation in 1996 in Coorg, and my father being the first person, he passed away, then his body was donated, and that is when awareness was created on body donation. So I think the courage and strength came to me because I could look back and see the deeds of my parents, and that never give up attitude came from me.
And also such a noble thought of, contributing to the society while doing. And I can clearly see it's coming from the genes. So you had to stop your education after class 12 due to personal reasons. What made you take that difficult decision and how did you cope with it at that time?
It was very difficult because for certain reasons, I listened to my parents, because back then, all of us,
I wouldn't question.
you never questioned your parents. My passion for current affairs made me actually pursue my studies later. I did my postgraduate diploma in mass communication.
Wow.
Yeah. Through correspondence.
Okay.
But it was quite a hard decision for me. But then like I said to you earlier, you always listen to your parents. Then
So where there's a will, there's a way.
100%, 100%.
So you faced rejection from banks, government bodies, and global competition. Yet you built one of India's largest honey and natural food enterprises, which is quite a thing. What mindset helped you keep going when it looked impossible?
Well, I personally feel when you are really focused on what you want to achieve, if a door is closed, you find a path by yourself. And that is what happened to me. Yes, I was rejected by the banks because they thought, what will a person without any experience in business and without any knowledge of it either, because they would ask me, "Are you an MBA?" I would say, "No, I am not." And then, "Do you have an experience?" I said, "No, I'm a first generation entrepreneur from my family." Naturally, they would hesitate.
Yeah.
But back then, 18 years back, you never had this wonderful subsidies, the
Yeah.
schemes, the
Yeah.
opportunities that you have
Now.
now.
Yeah.
But then I think it was that courage within that made me feel that I will make it happen, come what may.
And you're truly an inspiration there. Many people give up when life becomes hard. So, what made you believe that your struggles could be turned into strength instead of stopping you?
I think there are certain qualities that we women ourselves are not aware that we have it.
I
See,
agree.
the inner strength.
Yeah.
And I was so scared, because from an homemaker who was just only aware of cooking.
Yeah.
And believe me when I say, I didn't even have the confidence to sign a check. From there, from a very protected family, I moved to Bangalore, go to a cyber cafe to learn the basics and then find out the details and to start everything from scratch. During my worst phase in life, I lost my father. He died of a cardiac arrest. And then me, I'm an only child. And Mama was heartbroken with all those things. If I could garner courage without, I repeat it, without a mentor or a guide, I think if we are determined, we can make anything happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you employ and train rural and tribal communities, 90% of whom are uneducated. What is the most powerful human story or moment from these communities you support that has stayed with you even now and forever?
Neha, it's not merely about the people whom I have supported.
Yeah.
Today, in the past 80 years, I have been a mentor, guide, and resource person to more than, I would say, more than 500, 700 plus clusters, self help groups, federations. I travel across the globe. In fact, I'm a resource person for APO Japan, and I have been invited to very important events. Even in Afghanistan, I've traveled to Afghanistan to inspire women, and everywhere where I go. What has touched my heart, and it can't be put into words, the overwhelming feeling is the gratitude many have shown about a particular experience that I've had. I will tell you a recent one. I was invited to Assam to help out certain small farmers, and then I was guiding them on what byproducts they can get into. And a lady was so overwhelmed. Suddenly, I mean, they were just looking around. She was not there. And then she had gone to her farm to hand pick fresh vegetables and came running all the way to hand it over to me. That was something she was trying to convey. That's the best she could offer. And then coming and giving it to me that's a very recent experience I've had. Other than that, many of them come to tell me that they have opened a bank account because of that is something that they would have never thought they would have done. Many women in rural India. And then, generally, if you were to speak, many come and tell me the transformation that they've occurred in their, not merely in their lives, but their families, children with better education, better health care for the family.
Just the self confidence and esteem, huh?
And they say now they are looked with appreciation and they have that dignity. And when they thank, it's a
From the heart.
wonderful feeling, wonderful feeling.
Yeah. And you know, it's from genuine and from the heart. I mean, you can make out. So, what is the most unique aspect of the Kodawa culture that you feel has contributed to your courage, resilience, and business philosophy?
Well, I think it's a valor and the courage, and I think a sense of aesthetics. I think these are inborn traits that I have picked up from being a Kodavati. I think that has helped me in building the business or whatever little I've achieved till date.
Well said. I have friends who are from similar background and I can relate to it. So you were the first in India to use food grade polypropylene blister packs and meet international standards. What was the biggest challenge in convincing hotels to switch from European brands to an Indian one?
Oh, that I can, never forget, never forget today
Yeah.
when many central ministers call me and tell me, Chayaji, we are so proud to see Nectar Fresh in the five-star hotels. Well, here I need to say that my unit is considered a pride unit of the Khadi and Village Industries Commission. It is considered as one of the most successful unit of the Khadi and Village Industries Commission that is very dear to Modi ji's heart. And so that's when they notice Nectar Fresh somewhere, they feel so happy about it. In fact, when I initially said I didn't have the funds to compete with big brands that are in the Indian market, I had the limitation of my funds. That's when I said, with my quality, I will replace international brands. People laughed at me saying, how can a Khadi and Village Industries backed enterprise replace international brands when the big players in the market could not? So eventually, when with my quality, when I replaced, it has been a wonderful feeling. First, I replaced them at Le Meridian in Bangalore. That's where I started. And then I started Kitchens of India, packing Kitchens of India honey. And then from there on, thanks to the quality, today I am backed by almost all of them, not merely with my honey, but my entire basket of mayonnaise, mustard sauce, tomato sauce, to all the jams are all manufactured by my team of undereducated people, replacing foreign brands, not merely in India, but in their countries abroad.
But how easy or difficult was it convincing? I mean, what do you...
It was extremely hard. Today, most of my deals, what have been struck today, it's been the hard work of past 5-6 years.
Absolutely.
Because you have to adhere to the standards, then your facility has to be world class, then you have to have the ability to scale up. You have to consider all this before you go to a client, and you should be really extremely hardworking. It can't happen overnight. Anything you start with, it's always good to start small, learn the tricks of the trade, and then scale up. That's how it has happened over a period of time. Just now, before you could come, I was speaking to Mr. Bharani, a very senior person from the Marriott, and telling him, Bharani, this is where my journey has been, thanks to all of your support. Then he was telling me, you deserve it. You deserved it. That's the reason we backed.
So nice. Thank you for sharing. So Nectar Fresh replaced international giants like Berenberg and Darbo in India's top hotels. When you signed your first big brand with Marriott or ITC, what did that moment feel like? I know you already shared that it was amazing, but any insights or any stories that we don't know?
In fact, I owe it to Chef Vijay Bhaskaran. I didn't even know the channel I had to go to get it placed. And he said it could be a challenge because our customers are used to having the foreign brands. And that is when I gave him, but I still said, sir, please take it and see the quality and let me know. And later, after a week, when he called and said, your quality has been approved, this was almost 17 years back. I was short for words because it was that bad a phase of mine, and it was too overwhelming. I can't even express what it felt back then.
You speak strongly about ethical production and quality over marketing. How can young entrepreneurs today succeed without huge marketing budgets? And learn from your story.
Yes. I think marketing, even till date, it is me sitting in one place, coordinating the entire marketing for the brand, and then handing it over to my team to just finalize and clinch it. It was possible because of ethics in business, consistent quality. And my personal experience, I can tell you, there's no substitute for hard work and ethics and quality.
I
And
agree.
that can take over for whatever marketing budget you would have not been able to indulge at that point in time. This can very well substitute for that. This I can personally convey with my own journey.
Yeah, you can vouch for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So you had to shift your factory 3 times due to personal reasons, and you still continued building it. What is your message for entrepreneurs who feel overwhelmed and are ready to give up so soon?
I think that when you really work towards something and your vision and mission is clear, you never give up. You should never give up because, see, relocation.
It's not easy,
Actually,
Chaya.
I became more resilient. I lost out on trained workforce because I had to move from one place to another.
Yeah.
Such was a bonding. They came and helped me for 1 month, but they could not stay beyond that a month. After 1 month, they had to return back to where they had come from. I think this immense courage and strength also came from Thai Chamundeshwari, whom I believe a lot. Today, I feel I owe my success to whatever I am because amidst all challenges I've survived, it's because of her.
But why did you have to move it so many times? Any?
While I was in Bangalore, it reached a particular situation where I could not continue working in Bangalore due to certain personal reasons. So that is how I had to move to a place close to Mysore. It is close to the new airport right now.
Yeah.
There, while I was almost stabilizing myself, then there were issues with the owner then because he wanted to increase the rental, and naturally he had his own plans which I could not afford at that point in time. So that is why we picked up a place that is between Mysore and Srirangpatna and set up a factory there of our own.
Nice. Your business became a case study at an Ivy League school for growing without big marketing budgets. What is the lesson young entrepreneurs took from that? And can you share what was that about also a little bit?
When I was invited as a speaker to one of the premium business institutes in Chennai, listening to me, one of their professor, she's basically from IMA.
Okay.
So 4 of her colleagues, when they wanted to present a case study, they thought it should be of Nectar Fresh. And they presented the case study and they won the prize.
Wow.
They won the prize on how a brand grew without a budget for marketing, on quality and ethics. So, in fact, many incidents as this. I have every week, I can have a story that would have touched my heart. So, this is one of them. But it was heartwarming.
Yeah.
And that is why I tell entrepreneurs now, many a times I see all of them wanting instant success.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
can't happen. It can't happen. For me to break even, it took me close to 4 years.
Wow.
Because here I was moving from one place to another, trying to stabilize things,
Yeah.
work out things. So nothing can happen overnight. And only those businesses that have the ability to sustain and scale up, that will be where your contribution has been 100%.
Absolutely. Was there a moment during your international travels when you felt proud that an Indian brand like Nectar Fresh could stand shoulder to shoulder with global giants?
Oh, many a times, many a times. And whenever they say it's Chayaa Nanjappa from India,
Yeah.
then and my products are spoken, it is to, I mean, the first recognition for my work didn't come from my country. I was recognized by APO Japan.
Wow.
My first recognition came from them. They called me and said to me, could you become a resource person?
Yeah.
Because they had realized my strength is scaling up social enterprises to a profitable model by the third year. All my products, 35 plus products today, by the second year, I have seen to it that they have brought in profits.
For entrepreneurs dreaming of taking their products beyond India, what do they most need to understand about international standards and expectations?
When it comes to international standards, one aspect that they have to give all importance to is consistent quality.
Okay.
So you have a batch today which is of high quality standards.
Yeah.
Next month you have compromised on it, it can't work. Your unit should have certain gone through certain audits which are so important, process audits, and like I said earlier, other important audits like the GMP or good manufacturing practices or all those licenses in place. So these are all so important so that they get confident on the facility where it is manufactured.
Yeah.
And including the social ethical audits, it's also very important. And only after you are ready with all this, and only if you have the ability to scale up and meet their orders,
Yeah.
then you can think of exports.
Yeah.
You can never be impulsive and get into the market today and the very next day plan of getting into exports. You need experience to go with it.
Yeah. So now you export to Australia, European countries, Saudi Arabia, am I right?
Yes, we do. Until now, we were exporting through an agent.
Okay.
Now we are all set to directly export. The product has already gone to all the countries that you have mentioned and more. That was through an agent. But now we look at directly exporting the product and we are all set for that. And speaking of exports, next month we might become the first social enterprise in the country to be passing the most stringent British Retail Consortium audit. It's called the BRC audit. And I think that's something the Ministry of MSME might be really proud of, and it could be a big moment for the Khadi and Village Industries
Yeah.
Commission.
And you mentioned that Mr. Modi is also going to mention it somewhere.
It is now in fact, the Khadi and Village Industries Commission from Delhi had called me to take details, furthermore details on Nectar Fresh, because Modi ji was keen to speak on a KVIC's unit in Man Ki Baat.
Yeah, because he's very pro made in India things, right? So now a personal question. Your daughter Niyama inspires you. What are the top 3 values you want to pass on to your daughter and to all the young girls in India?
It is on courage, because you should always be courageous and never feel weak. When you feel weak, that is when I think negativity creeps in.
Yeah.
So you should remain courageous, compassion.
Yeah.
I always believe in inclusive growth, and the happiness that gives, it can't be compared with anything else.
Absolutely.
Today, I'm 100% social entrepreneur. I don't think if I had just been a businesswoman, I would be this happy with it. Yeah. And then I also feel you should know your strength. You should always, the
Be aware.
strength within can give you that confidence. See, confidence and strength are related.
Yeah.
So that confidence in your ability is so important. Courage, confidence, and compassion, I think, is too important for all of us to imbibe, and that can really help us in our journey forward.
Absolutely. You've also said that travel widens a child's horizon. What have you seen in your daughter and children around you that makes you believe new places can shape who they become?
very much. When they travel, they also are exposed to diversity. And with that, they become very curious. They have empathy. They don't judge. There are so much changes in them that I notice in my daughter.
Is to learn the history, culture of other countries that you travel to.
When you see different cultures,
Yeah.
your perceptions, your views, and all that change, I personally feel when a child sees the world, she would outgrow fear. That's the best thing, and all the things that I mentioned about the exposure travel can give to a child. Yeah.
Yeah. Your upcoming project, Naman,
Oh,
will be India's largest platform for tribal and rural artisans. Tell us more about it. And what is your vision in the next 10 years?
Naman is so dear to my heart.
Yeah.
As a pride unit of the Khadi and Village Industries Commission, Nectar Fresh being one of that, and I travel to many places across the country because I am very passionate about tribal and rural empowerment.
Yeah.
So whenever I used to go there, I would also see there are lovely artisanal work that they are doing, but it could not be promoted. And many of them, when I used to speak, they used to tell me they would not want it to be uprooted from where they are. They wanted to retain their culture, but they wanted a decent living.
Yeah.
So that is when I thought of Naman. Naman, in fact, is the first social project of Atmanirbhar Bharat.
Wow.
During the first lockdown during COVID, I dared to apply for a loan of 1.5 CR. I got it sanctioned within 20 days. That is during the first lockdown. And then I built very close to Nectar Fresh an outlet to make it one of the biggest outlet for tribal and rural artisanal products.
Yeah.
Because it's very much on the Bangalore-Mysore highway.
Yeah.
But as destiny could have it, I ended up having flyover just in front of Naman. So before Naman could be launched, it had to come to a standstill. I had invested all the money there. I was paying high rate of interest. And Nectar Fresh had to take care of Naman.
Yes.
So it's balancing so many things.
Yeah.
And now, next month, Naman is going to happen. I am someone who never gives
Yeah, I can
never
clearly see
give up.
that.
So what I did, I thought, let this be the main place where Naman dreams were born. So it's going to be the main outlet for Naman.
Yeah.
And it will be going in franchisee model across the globe. I have already 8 to 9 inquiries, people waiting just to have the Naman franchisee. And I am just waiting. I'm Nectar Fresh now. I'm into expansion. And by January, you will have around 400 tons of products every month coming out of Nectar Fresh. So I have been busy streamlining it. And then that is when Naman is going to start off from there.
Wonderful. I wish you all the best, and I'm sure it's going to be successful.
Yes, it will.
Yes. So you often say your motivation comes from being a farmer yourself and from the tribal roots. What does this mission mean to you personally beyond business and success?
I can't put into words actually what it feels because with the new expansion, Naman and Nectar Fresh could be supporting more than 10,000 small farmers and the tribal communities. And Naman by itself would be supporting more than 3.5 to 4,000 artisans. And those are big numbers. So by the 2026 is going to be very, very crucial for us because everything is happening both in Nectar Fresh and Naman. And God willing, 2 years from now, Nectar Fresh could go public, and with that, Naman could be supporting many, many more people. In fact, thousands and thousands of them across India. I don't think nothing else would have given me more satisfaction than this.
I was just going to ask you the sense of fulfillment
Enormous fulfillment.
personally.
And we are also taking care of a charitable hospital. We revived a Sikh hospital, which was on the verge of closure. And today, when we see the underprivileged, the tribal communities, all of them coming over to that hospital, it's a very fulfilling moment for us.
What's this hospital called and where is it?
It is located in Madikeri. It
Okay.
is called Ashwini Hospital. It was on the verge of closure 2 years back when we were requested to revive it. We have formed a new team, and right from hip replacement surgeries to all these major surgeries, the underprivileged today have a hope in that hospital. It's a feeling of fulfillment.
Yeah.
We thank all those who have supported us in the endeavor, the team, everyone. We owe it to all of them that we could revive it to what it is today.
All the best. Finally, how do awards like the Devi Awards motivate you, and how would you like to make this award count?
I was the winner of the Women Transforming India Award by Niti Aayog. But the Devi Award was very special because anything coming from my place, from Karnataka, has a very special place in my heart. Also, a big moment came by when I was chosen to be the national president for Association of Businesswomen in Commerce and Industry. Currently, I'm the national president, and I also have a foundation called Veeravrutam Foundation. Veeravrutam in Sanskrit means starting something and making it happen. So I have the humbled with opportunities. I have had 4 to 5 national events under Veer Vritam, which were a huge success.
Wow.
So, in
How
fact,
do you balance so much?
and my home and my family is everything to
Yeah.
me. So I think it's about prioritizing your
Yeah.
time and your work and doing what you truly love.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time today, Chaya. It was so wonderful talking to you and learning so much about your journey. Thank
It
you
was
very much.
such a pleasure. Once again, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chayaa Nanjappa Rajappa reminds us that leadership begins with purpose and grows with compassion. Her work with Nectar Fresh and Naman continues to empower rural India, proving that one determined voice can transform an entire ecosystem. Stay tuned for more stories of visionaries who are reshaping the nation, one inspiring journey at a time. And don't forget to like, share, and comment.